Right. This will be the third video on my channel. I've already got it wrong. Okay, this will be the first video on my channel for the third time. Okay, so I have deleted things because I ramble. They end up being 45 minutes to an hour and a half of no points being made bullshit. So I've come in this time with just one thing that I want to talk about, and that is horseshoe theory and how it's real as fuck. Okay, and I'm gonna give an example from the point of view of veganism versus non-veganism, or carnivore versus vegetarian or whatever. Basically, they have extended their empathy a certain amount. So there's the people that don't think about what they're eating at all and will gladly eat whatever's in front of them because they will avoid thinking about the fact that it was alive and that we have anything in common with it whatsoever. And then there are the people that they extend their empathy to things that kind of resemble us a bit. It's got eyes, it's got a nose, it's got a mouth, it's got legs. But then they're fine eating plants solely because they have not extended their empathy enough. They can't see the ways in which we relate to plants. They don't, and how that line is, where you draw that line is arbitrary, because everything needs to consume life. That's what food is. Food is things that were alive. So eventually your empathy, you can extend it far enough to include every animal, all of them. They're all the fucking same. We all came from the same thing. We're all alive. But then you have to decide, I need to eat. I'm not just going to die because I'm too ashamed of the fact that I'm an animal to have to sacrifice something else. So you then realize that line being as arbitrary as it is, and in fact it's quite discriminatory to disclude plants from the things that you have any form of emotion towards. So you then have to realize that you're part of this system. You're not above it. You have been blessed evolutionarily to be in a position where you can be at the top. And so be thankful for that. Instead of being sad about the animals and the trees and the fish that have to be dead for you to not be dead, be grateful to them. Imagine all these pigs are dying and they're getting pity. No, give them respect. Give them appreciation, give them love. Okay? Same with all the plants, same with everything. Okay? We're not above the system. We're still within this natural system. We have such a tendency as humans to get so absorbed in the fact that we're better. And because we're better, we can make better decisions. We're not better. We're just weirder. We're just weirder than every other animal. Okay? We just have forgotten our place. And we are trying to work it out. We have a place. It's at the top. We've been there so long. We've forgotten what it means. And we're trying to work it out. And what we need to do to re-establish that, to feel more like we belong, is remember our roots. Remember the fact that we are an animal. And remember the fact that in an instant, if our positions were swapped, no animal would think twice about relishing in its newfound position at the top. Okay, no animal. Every animal is in it for themselves, and so should we be. And that doesn't mean that we can't love nature, because we are very privileged as humans to be able to be safe enough from nature to admire its beauty. You think of fucking, I don't know, pretty much anything. Think a little bird sitting up in a tree is admiring the beauty of nature. No, it's thinking about how to not be cold, how to not be killed, how to get a mate. They don't have the privilege of comfort that we have. So yes, we're lucky animals. We're weird animals, we're lucky animals, okay? And we need to remember the fact that those two things don't make us not animals. It's still, the things that make us depressed are the things billions of years deep in our minds that are failing to be satisfied. And that's what modern society is. We've forgotten that we're animals, and so we are moving further and further away from satisfying animalistic primal desires within us. So, once again, I've rambled again, and this was apparently meant to be about horseshoe theory, but what I'm saying is that, there's those that feel no empathy and not giving a fuck about what they eat, and those that feel so much empathy they understand that discriminating in what they eat is pointless because everything was alive and everything was equally alive, and there's nothing, you're alive or you're not. You're not more like, why do vegans not calculate how many trillions of microorganisms that they're killing? They're alive. They're alive. And guess what? They need to die for us to function. And we could not fucking function if we were feeling the guilt about the amount of microorganisms that we fucking kill. Okay? We could not function. So it's just that simple, really. We have to remember that humans are in it for humans. Like, lions are in it for lions, dogs are in it for dogs. Like, there's a certain level of empathy that is not useful. It is destructive. It will cause you to value the other more than yourself. You will then sacrifice yourself and those like you to sustain those that may not have that same empathy towards you. You may be facilitating someone or a certain group out of kindness that will gladly accept your charity, that deep down is conspiring to be rid of you. Like, I mean, we could look at fucking immigration and advertising to other countries that your country is lenient and safe and will accept them, like, because you are trying to advertise to people, look how lovely and tolerant and accepting and empathetic I am, when it's kind of the equivalent of a bird up in a tree. Once again, I'm looking out the window, yeah, you can tell. Okay, a bird up in a tree chirping about, I'm weak, I won't fight you, come and kill me, I'm an easy target, I'm tasty. And all the predators being like, yeah, sounds good, nice one, thanks for that. Because, yeah, you may be genuinely on I don't know what to call it, share mode, you may be willing to share. But advertising the fact that you're willing to share to people that aren't is just going to make them come and steal from you. Like, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Anyway, I'll end it there so that the video doesn't get to be hours long. But it's good to be back.